Greetings everyone. We've got a lovely replay submission here by Fitzymark. He plays on the Southeast Asia server. He's in a division here with another CC Dobbym8 and another player Xplod. They are in a triple Sinops div. They're on the map Two Brothers. Please report me. Love the chat. Top tier, so a couple BBs, half dozen per team. Leon on with ING Congo, a swag of cruisers per team. Wow, the enemy get double DDs, T22 Visby and a Hatsuharu for the greens. All up, there's some squishy ships. Nagado's got good range, Viribus Unitus, great guns, but super squishy. Congo as well. The Sinops will make short work of most of these. Duke of York's could be the threats. The Spay, good torps, but against the Sinop again. This is interesting. Now, if you haven't played the Sinop, very strong battleships from the Soviet battleship line. Great nose in. You never really want to be showing your broadsides, flat broadsides to another battleship. You will get smacked with all your hit points. Looks like Fitzy and his div are going straight down the middle. Usually I would never advocate this as an early play, so this will be interesting to see how it comes about. Mid to late game, when a flank is folding or you've come back to defend, or you need an escape route if your flank's folded and you want to put some pressure down the other side. If you're a BB or cruiser with heals, I generally think it's a viable tactic. I normally don't do it early on. So I'm going to be quite excited to see how this division goes. By doing this though with 3 BBs, they are really reducing the DPM that their teammates have available on either flank. So you're asking a lot of your cruisers and DDs because the enemy are going to have a couple BBs in support. The Kotovsky is dead, no offense. Tier 5 Soviet cruiser broadside in a Tier 7 game. On that delta cap, he is going down. The Kotovsky goes down to the Visby torpedoes. Looks like we're going to Xplod in the 4 with Fitzy. This replay is from Dobby's perspective. Nuremberg down, Duke of York. So this is where I was saying, by taking all the main battleship guns out of the picture, it's hard for your team. The Hatsu's going to get a cap, but you can see the strength. The bulk of the enemy is on that alpha side. Yahatsu probably may not complain because he will have just kiting away, dropping his torpedoes. So the opposition are probably fairly unaware this is going to take place. No CV, no spotter planes, shots out, clears that ridge line beautifully. Nagado's a little bit angled, so probably about 6 or 7k if it hits. 4-2 with the 1 pen. AFK Congo, well, they've announced their presence en masse now. How will they exit this flank? Will they press W? Will they go to port and starboard? Will they sit here? It's always interesting. Personally, it would be nice if they poked their noses out, not showing their broadsides, but sort of took up an umbrella type formation where you've got your noses going a little bit to each of the flanks. You've got the Viribus Unitus coming in, and he's not going to be in there for long. So Fitzy and Xplod are going nose in so they don't give away their soft sides. Speculatively, Salvo there, looks like at the Nagato again. Duke of York, he must have eaten torps. He is fairly hurt. That is great. Oh, this Nagato's going slow. Yeah, there goes the Grash Bay. Devastating strike. So this is where Sinop is brutal. Anything showing you side, triple Sinops. They have decided to push out all to the one flank, so they're leaving the vessels on Delta to counter push. The enemy's got the AFK Congo. This Viribus Unitus isn't long for this world. He can punch it through the nose. Great guns, but in this position it is scuppered, slow, and no armour. Uh, 4K there. I would have aimed at the nose, trying to punch it under the turrets at the front. This salvo looks better right at the rear. 5Ks, this should be the end of it, right midships, yep. Shani's coming in, Shani's doing Shani things, quick rate of fire with its guns, but it's giving broadside. Torpedo warning is imminent, so one sets off, he'll come turning in and he's going to set another set off, but by doing that, he's got no real backup. Duke of York, Nagato, yeah, Duke of York's nearly dead, Nagato's at range. T-22 looks like it has come back to help at Charlie, but it's just sitting in smoke. Throwing probably torps, but we'll see. No torps here at oh wait, here they come, triple. He can easily accept this. At this point, I would have nearly moved my guns forward. Your divmates should have finished this Shani. But to be on the safe side, 6K. Barbettes or right in the rear would have been a beautiful salvo there, but still the boat is down. This push has worked. Close quarter expert in the Sinop. Kuznetsov in this lovely battleship, so he will get that beautiful perk. If it gets down to a certain point, he gets a bonus heal. That Duke of York is out for the count. Nagato's still coding away. The Zara's nearly dead, so kudos to the Leon, the Hatsu, and the Monty Chukuli holding this flank and inflicting damage. Zara's down. This will be the death knell for the Duke of York. Right amidships. Beautiful salvo, the one penetration. Nagato's all by himself. He's a Scotty with no friends. Fitzy gets a dev strike. He wipes out the T-22. Would have been nice to know if that was with AP or HE. Either way, the Congo's into the game now, sailing broadside in front of the Sinops. Why? Well, some questions we will never have an answer for. 17K, that is a beautiful strike into the upper belt of the Nagato. He's trying to angle, but he's really in a tough position here. Dobby's nose in. He's not going to take much damage. Nagato's actually going to give him full broadside, but he's got a Leon at range firing HE. He's got the Hatsu with torps, probably HE, and he's got the Monta Chukuli as well with the sap. So I probably would have, in the Nagato's place, turned out earlier or given my side to the Leon, because the Sinop at this range is not the vessel you want to be giving side to. Congo's gone down in the interim. They've got a Makarov and another Duke of York, but the triple Sinop div and thus far has 6 kills, potentially 7 here. 7 kills, finishing off the Nagato. 7 kills between them. There are still 2 boats left on the table. So well over half of the enemy team securing a cap. Still well into the fight. They still got another heal. Fitzy and Xplod are still quite healthy. Kudos to the team at Alpha holding back what there was, and the push was well timed. I give it credit to the Sinop div They pushed through, they hit the Graf Spee, they hit the Viribus Unitus, the Scharnhorst went down, they didn't take their time, they took out the opposing ships very quickly, which is what you have to do. You wait too long, the enemy will get numbers back. It's really just a mopping up operation here now. The Omaha, of all things, is being facetious. He is capping in an Omaha. Makarov cannot probably do much. I take that back. The Duke of York sees that facetious cruiser and ends his facetiousness. GG, well played, yes. It is all but over. 90 seconds to go on the countdown timer. 3 kills, 77,000 damage. Lovely close quarter expert as well. Wow, and another kill. That is 8 kills between the div. 2/3 of the enemy team went down to the Sinops. That is impressive. Compliments instead. Feel sorry. You do feel sorry for a team when things do not go well. Game's about to end. Let's look at the end XP here. This was sent in by Dobby. As you can see, Fitzy on the top, 3 kills, over 1500 base XP, followed by Xplod on 1500 as well with 2 kills. Dobby with the 1 plane shot down with 3 kills, and the close quarter expert 1330. Really well done, and well done to the rest of their team. They held the line. The Sinops didn't sit in that gap. They pushed out, they used their hit points, so kudos to them. If they sat in the channel, they could have lost ships. They took a risk, it paid off for them. It won't pay off all the time, but it did in this instance. Thank you for that replay that was sent in by Dobby and Fitzy. Do take care, stay safe, and if you have enjoyed this replay and this content, please click that follow button.